I feel like I'm fake. You know, I feel like I'm becoming, or I am a fraud, because I'm talking to all these people. May have just broken my camera. This is my phone. All right, two things right off the bat. Number one, thank you, Monique Milner, for buying the merch and supporting me. Number two, I'm on top of a parking garage that someone let me up into. It's a residential. That's how I got the time lapse this morning, and it is incredibly windy. Okay, I did not think my camera was gonna fall over. So it looks like it's still operational. I clearly just shattered the screen right here. This is supposed to close flat. It's not closing flat. The flashlight still goes down, or the flash still zooms in and zooms out properly. I'm actually gonna try and bend this back into place. All right, so it's this frame right here that's bent, that's keeping it from closing, but I tried to bend it a little bit, and now it kind of will forcefully lay flat, but it's definitely kind of messed up now. I am switching back to the Canon now. I can't believe this. Guys, I've had this freaking camera for like 4 years, and of the entirety of the whole entire YouTube channel, and this camera is just a beast, okay? I talk smack and crap about this camera all the time because of the autofocus, which is awful, but the way that this camera has held up all these years, other YouTubers freaking go through this specific camera like a million times. I can't even sit up straight anymore. Guys, honestly, it's time for you're just gonna keep falling over. Is that like a thing that you do now? Honestly, it's just kind of time for a new camera. It's just I haven't been able to afford one because I feel like I would have to graduate to, you know, like a DSLR. You know, that would be the upgrade for me, because these point and shoots, these little cameras are super convenient, and fit in your pocket. You're able to just pull it out and go, you know what I mean? And that's why I haven't taken the next step, is because the DSLR is just bulky. You can't get away with as much. To get another time lapse because of the lack thereof this morning, and believe it or not, this is the same time lapse that we got in the last video. It was just dark in the burnout video. And speaking of the burnout video, you know, I wasn't very specific about what I had been going through. It was more of kind of just like a clickbait thing, if I'm just gonna be completely honest. You know, there's 24 hours in a day, and I'm only posting 10 minutes of it on the YouTube channel, and so there's a lot to go into, you know what I mean? But we're at the Dallas Farmers Market. I'm gonna find some lunch. You know, we kind of got the day started a little late, so I think I'll try the tamale plate.
Okay, what is the tamale plate?
One pork and jalapeno, one chicken. It's always tough coming in here because there's a million different things to choose from. A whole bunch of different restaurants, little gift places. I ended up getting some Mexican food though. Whoa. Damn, that looks good. I'm gonna have to take my jacket off for this one. All right, first we got the beans. For someone who doesn't like beans, those get an 8. Rice is actually my favorite food. Could just be because I'm starving, but the rice gets an 8 too. This is the pork and jalapeno tamale. Oh my god, dude, like seriously, like a 9. I'm not, how have I not been here? I'm about 50% sure this is the beef tamale. That one gets a 6.5, 7, not bad, but not as good. Last but not least, this is the chicken tamale. You know, this is good. It probably needs the sauce that I'm gonna try, but it's just kind of bland.
Fight!
you ever notice that every time you go to a park, they're mowing? There's mowing going on over there. That's why I have to use my phone for sound. You know, I sometimes put secret things in the videos, okay? I've never said this before, but you know, there's certain clips or I have certain ideas where I'm like, oh, I want to kind of play around with this kind of subliminally, but not in a harmful way, you know? For instance, in the last video, in the burnout video, right before I went into the running segment at White Rock Park, I posted I had a clip of a pack of empty cigarettes, okay? And those were 305s. Now, when I was in rehab in Florida, that's what they used to give us, was those 305 cigarettes. And 305 was a company that started in Florida, actually. I'm pretty sure the prisoners would make the cigarettes. And it was just unique to see in Texas, you know, and it brought back a lot of memories. Y'all hear that? That's the sound of copyright music, okay? And that's a no-no. I come here to Main Street Garden here in Dallas, Texas to get some beautiful shots and to talk to y'all more about random stuff. And so that's just the life of a YouTube vlogger, you know. Actually, I've spent the past couple of hours trying to do a DOD, a day of deliveries, and I got no orders, and the only two that I did get were $3 ones, and then I had to come up with something else, just more YouTube vlogger life stuff. I want to read y'all something out of the Narcotics Anonymous book. It says, we are recovering addicts who meet regularly, you know, meetings, to help each other stay clean. Makes sense, you know. Community. This is a program of complete abstinence from all drugs, okay? And I talked about this in, you know, my the truth about my drug addiction video. You know, I have 3 years clean from crystal meth, and I'm very proud about that. But like I said, I've drank alcohol in the middle of those 3 years, and so it almost causes me to have, I do have a resentment towards this program, because like it just basically states that because you're going, if you do something like go smoke weed or drink alcohol, it's going to lead to you using crystal meth again. And that's just not the case with me. And yes, I've talked about this with my sponsor, but it's the meetings that I go to where I feel like I'm fake. You know, I feel like I'm becoming, or I am, a fraud, because I'm talking to all these people about what I'm going through and whatnot, and I just, you know, but I still have this thing in the back of my mind where it's like, oh, you only technically have maybe only complete abstinence for like 30 days, maybe 45 days, because you drank an alcohol or something. And I'm preaching about how I'm so proud of myself for all of the years clean that I have, and it's just bothering me. Glen Park again, if you know, you know. You know, speaking of burnout, I, you know, sometimes wish I could spend a little bit more time on the YouTube videos, just because, for instance, like this video has been chaotic as far as filming, and I just feel like I've done a lot of talking in this video, and that's okay. But, you know, doing the whole daily thing I'm actually pretty happy about, or every other day, filming every other day, editing, it's non-stop, because I feel like it's helping me stay clean, it's helping me stay busy, you know what I mean. And you know, I ended up going to talk to my sponsor. We read through some things and you know, kind of talked about where I was at, and then we went to the meeting, and I shared about what I was kind of talking to y'all about earlier as far as the whole 3 years, and but drinking alcohol within those 3 years, and not knowing whether I should pick up a, you know, in these programs they have key tags or little coins that say 30 days sober, 1 day sober, 1 year sober, and I don't know whether to pick up the multiple years sober key tag or the one that is 30 days. And that's ultimately what was bothering me, I guess, just because I have a very calculated mindset. Like I like numbers, and I like to have a recovery like date as to when I stopped, or you know, etc. Anyways, I think what's ultimately what's important is that, what did you do today to not do that thing that hinders you from growth? You know, in my case, it would be drugs, you know. And so I've just kind of got to roll with that, you know.